What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Flash video. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider leaving a like and a subscribe down below. It is super appreciated, as YouTube is currently changing their entire algorithms, sub boxes, and really everything to make our lives misery as content creators. And I do appreciate every single one of you. And of course, I will be doing some merchandise very, very soon, because YouTube has made it or allowed us in our whole back end of the channel to create merchandise. So that'll be happening there very, very soon. But the Flash this week was once again really, really good. I loved this episode to bits. It really was fun. We had a lot of changes to characters we thought we knew inside and out. And we also took a look at the Flash Museum, which was amazing. It was really, really cool seeing that Flash Museum. I have tried to slow down the footage and get some screen grabs of the Flash Museum, but I couldn't notice anything which we hadn't really seen before. We saw the Reverse Flash's suit along with the Tachyon device, but I thought his Reverse Flash suit was completely destroyed when he, disappeared, and then on Legends he disappeared again. So yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. So it does give us an insight that he may possibly be returning. But we saw other trinkets such as the Iron Mask. We had the Weather Wizard's sort of wizard thing, wand, I guess. And then we saw quite a few other, like Amunet Black and other such characters' suits. That's really cool. It's different to what it was in the kind of flash forward sort of thing when we saw the whole Earth 2 storyline going on. We didn't see that Flash Museum. Maybe that was a Flash Museum on a different Earth, but it's basically a continuation of H.R. Wells' dream to have a Flash Museum, and it's there inside Star Labs. So I'm not too sure what's going on, and maybe people have realised that, yeah, he's working out of Star Labs, and it's so obvious that Star Labs are helping him in that way. But, like I said, this episode was really cool, and it was really nice to see the Flash Museum there. And Cicada is someone who has never been caught. He was never caught there, which was weird, because a couple of weeks ago she did say that he was captured, or he was defeated later on in time, and he appeared later on. So that's really weird there. But it's also confirmed that Cicada has a different name. So David Hirsch was the character of Cicada in the comics, and that's who he should be. 37 other Earths all had their own version of Cicada, and it was always David Hirsch. So they go right after this version, but it's not him, which is really, really strange to say the least. While he was some sort of Unabomber type with his secluded place and his traps and his explosions, he's not the Cicada we know from the comics. This is someone different, and it looks like his daughter, or I think that was a boy or a girl, don't quote me on that, but it looks like his child, I would presume that is his child, is actually involved and has been a victim of metahumans. Now, the fact that she's still in that coma, I would presume it's down to the fact that that satellite dropped on, or exploded, and that was what caused this child to become injured and what caused this coma. And that is where he probably got the metal from the whole thing, the satellite. And that allowed him to get the dark matter, and it's given him powers. We saw him fly as well, so it's very different to the comic book version of Cicada. And I can't help but think that they may actually go forward and actually get the comic book accurate Cicada at some point. So they might fix this. So we've learned a lot about this character in 3 episodes, so it's kind of suspect that we've learned about him so soon. Quite a lot has been learned about our Cicada, this new Cicada. So I can't help but think they may fix the time stream in a couple of episodes, and then we'll see the real version pop up. But they're rumoured to have more than one villain this season. Same with Arrow as well. There will be more big bads, and they're not focusing on a huge season-long one villain, which I like. I appreciate that. I think that's a great idea. I'm not really a fan of having multiple, kind of one villain. The Thinker really was a dud by the end of it, in my opinion. But Nora is the cause of this. Nora has caused all of this problem with her time-traveling hijinks, and even Sherlock Wells, it's just cringe. But he confirms that as well. So she does make good by the end of the episode, she does fix the problems that she actually caused, and she mentions another super team. She mentions that many people have actually failed to take down Cicada. That was the Legends, that was Supergirl, the Green Arrow, and the League. Yes, the Justice League exist in the future, which is awesome. I love that. It's kind of not really much of a surprise, to be honest, because it's DC. You expect the Justice League to exist in the future at some point. Now, she did say League. It's got to be the Justice League, but they're just kind of skirting around that whole movie rights thing, because I know DC get funny about putting certain characters in the TV when they've got a movie version going on. Of course, the Suicide Squad were taken out of Arrow because of that Suicide Squad movie, which was a real shame. But it's cool the Justice League exists. Now, when I first watched it, I was expecting her to say the Legion, because she's mentioned Lightning Lad. XS was also in the comics in the Legion Superheroes. So, yeah, it's odd that they decided to do that and go for the League. But it's just an Easter egg there, to be honest. But I thought that was really, really cool, to be honest. But this was all focusing on poor old Cisco, the death of Vibe, and I really loved that ending. At the end, I thought he had died. I thought that was it. He had gone. But then, when the explosion had happened, I thought back and saw that it was the same colour and style as a breach. So I thought that this would be like some kind of death of Batman thing, where he's kind of put through time and has to work his way back through time, like time jumps, to get back to, or through the multiverse or something like that. Kind of work his way back through different worlds to get back to us. That'd be sick. That would be really fun. And we could see kind of post-credit scenes like we had with Nora last season, where he pops up in different worlds and we see him trying to get back. That'd be really good. I like that. That'd be really awesome. But you know what? It's just too much, and it's not really Vibe. It's the Flash. We want to focus on the Flash. But we had someone else help the team this week with Sherlock Wells, and it is, well, Sherlock Holmes with a dodgy Poirot, is that how you pronounce his name? Accent there with the Agatha Christie character, and Sherlock Holmes as well, the Conan Doyle character, merging together for some reason. And I really do find these different Sherlock, or kind of H.R. Wells characters really, really cringe. They are really cringe. I love Tom Cavanagh, but they are cringe nonetheless. I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. Now, as well as this, we had Caitlin investigating her kind of memory of her past with her mother. Now, I did find it weird that she just went straight up to her mother and went, so I think my father's death was faked. But you could see her mother actually faking the thing. Why didn't she just rock up there and go, yeah, we vibed it. I got Vibe. You know the hero, the Central City hero. He came up and was just like, look, I vibed it. Your mother faked it. Why didn't she just straight up go in like that? That's just facts. Why are they beating around the bush? It's just really weird. But we now know that her father is watching her, as it was revealed at the end of the episode. He's had cameras all along, and he's hidden a paper trail for him to find her. Now, what was curious, when her mother did say that he was interested in the past too much, even when he was alive. So there's even more history in that family as well. That'd be really, really cool to learn more about that. And maybe Metas existed way before Central City, and we get some sort of Justice Society reveal like we did in Smallville. I'm not saying just the JSA will appear. I'm just saying it would be cool if we actually got the reveal that there were these things before. Of course, we know the Justice Society existed, but we didn't really see them much over in the Arrowverse. We saw them briefly in Legend of Tomorrow a couple of seasons ago, but we never really got much of it. So it'd be cool if that was then tied in with the Justice Society in some way. That would be dope. That would be really cool if they were trying to, like, maybe in the 50s trying to recreate the Justice Society in some way it goes completely wrong, a la Hulk and Captain America in the MCU. Probably not. A lot of this stuff is just me speculating and what I would like to happen. Realistically, we're going to get a terrible Hallmark movie reunion, and it's just probably not going to be that much interesting or there's not going to be that fun to watch. They may drop the ball. But Daniel Panabaker has been great. Of course, as well, we have had the elongated man be great as well, assisting in that investigation. And I have loved him at the start of the episode turn into the apple. That was hilarious. And I can't wait to see him use his fame for gain. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like. Please subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.